Welcome back to Everything But the Bottle podcast. You are here with Master Distiller, Rabbi Ben Tarabello of Tarabello Distillery, owner, CEO of ttbmath.com, the software you need running your operation, be it a distillery, winery, or brewery, doing everything from compliance through point of sale, hosting your website, and most importantly, keeping those federal agents quiet and calm. And how? Today's tips are exactly that, how software can help you. See, it's not just about the recipe from grandma or granddad. For those that don't know, in the US, prior to the turn of the 19th century, the women were the one that made the spirits. But hey, you wouldn't want that to be today. There'll be a limit on the tap. TTB math comes into play when the men came over in both the federal government and the distilling. Someone had to have it under control, and if it's not the wife, the federal government felt they have the right to kick on in and enforce some laws. Now, these laws are from the Byzantine Empire. I mean, they're so old and archaic, they tax you based on the amount that you make. That's not fun. Not fun at all. Now, you got to calculate wine gallons, you got to calculate all kinds of fun things in order to pay your taxes, not just how much revenue you generate. Now, if you take off some of those spirits, or say to mop your floor because alcohol makes a good mopping, or to condition a barrel for another distillery, and that's if you're a winery. A winery, conditioning a barrel for a distillery, should not have to pay taxes on that wine. You might not know that, but hey, you got to be able to document it and write it off. That is what TTB Math can help you for. Fill out, keep track of it, show the documentation, and save you that money. Now, TTB Math also calculates from the beginning product to the end product. How much has evaporated? How much went sour? That never happens at your winery or brewery. Distilleries are always perfect, by the way. It's my craft. Always perfect. All these calculations, TTB Math will help you with. For how much is in the oak of the barrel. You need to figure out how much is the angel's share. You want that discount. Now, here's another great one to know. A lot of times, you will need to track and this is not exactly what we were discussing before, but in the same idea. You need to track, not in the tax end, but in the creation end, bulk adjunct discounts. Okay, so you're making botanicals or something else. You're making a delicious, absolutely insanely delicious gin. Make sure you have the right amounts. Make sure they fall into the TTB compliance recipe, because if it doesn't fall into the right recipe, you can't call it what you're trying to create. These are important facts. You have to make sure it's in the inventory. Not an easy task, talking from experience. One of the most fascinating things and difficult things for distilleries is tracking. You bring in sugars, okay? This is a great trick. You bring in sugars, you bring in fruit concentrates, you bring in acids. If you can keep track of that, you can get yourself a tremendous discount. So say you're using a sweetener for brewing. What are you brewing? You can't really do that. But let's say you're using some type of brewing equipment, the sugars, and you have a distillery. Why bring in sugar? Maybe bring in blackstrap and create a rum. You will potentially have another product with huge savings on the sugars. And this is really an across-the-board strategy to go ahead and figure out, calculate the bulk markup, markdown, and bring it around. If you're going to make unique brews, you can go ahead and say, hey, I'm bringing in vanilla beans, cocoa nibs. What is the price that I'm paying? Is there another use for it? Some states will let you make cocktails. So you're going to want to do something that you can use in multiple different forms, so you can buy it in bulk to get a tremendous discount. All this is very difficult if you're not using a software that keeps track of all information. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm available. All times, LinkedIn across platforms. Send a DM to TTBM or sign up at erp-ttbmath.com, where you can get a 14-day free trial. Looking forward to servicing you. Let's grab a chat and have a great day. Thank you.